Out in Ohio where the rents are fly, got a man named Mike, he's your wash guy. House wash, roof wash, driveway clean. Mike Carmody's king of pristine scenes.
Hey, how's it going? Mike here, the Fresh Rinse. Boy, do I have an interesting one for you. So the gentleman sent me his address. We closed on a price and a wash date. He even confirmed this morning. I go to his home and I wash. The thing is, the home was immaculate. It was perfectly clean. No one was home, which I thought was a little bit odd. I also thought it was odd that the house was in such pristine condition. Nonetheless, what do you do? And before anybody says anything, I already know this is what I get for not doing in-person quotes. I get it. So I went ahead and washed, and when I got done, a nice lady comes out and she says, "Did my husband schedule the house to be washed?" And I said, "Is your husband Mr.?" And she said, "No, my name is," she told me her name. "Chimney's gonna be fun." And I said, "I think you just got a free house wash." It turns out the gentleman sent me the wrong address. Instead of 5966, he sent me 5866, which is about 12 houses down. She and I had a good laugh, and I told her, if you ever run into this gentleman, don't say a word. He will feel terrible. And congratulations, you just got a free house wash. Beautiful thing is, it didn't need to be washed. I mean, like, it was pristine. So here's my question. Do I mention it to him? Do I charge him for her free house wash? Or what? I show up, he's none the wiser, and now I'm gonna wash his house. And you get to join me. This chimney is what the homeowner complained about the most. When I clean chimneys like this, I like to wet it down first. Kind of open the pores a little bit, and in my opinion, that allows the SH to soak in. I'm going to be using the 12 volt at about 5%, and I think we'll be able to clean this up. All right, we have the 12 volts set at about 5%, certainly not 6, but about 5%, and I'm easily reaching the top of the chimney. Again, this is what the gentleman was most concerned about. And what's so interesting is that he asked me if I would be able to wash the top of the chimney, and I said absolutely. And I sent him a picture of his house. Of course, I sent the wrong picture. Well, I sent the right picture, but of the wrong house. And he said that'll work. I guess he thought I was just sending him an example. Nonetheless, here we are, and it's all in a day's work.
Fresh Rinse, Mike, oh, watch him go. Washing down rooftops high and low. From Ohio straight to your door. Driveway gleams, you'll want more. Machine supreme, Mike Carmody never seemed so mean, brightening spaces like a dream. Hey yo, Ohio's finest in the scene, house, roof, driveway, pure and clean. Mike's the name, washing's his game. Fresh Rinse, Mike, remember the name.
All right, here's the back side of the chimney, and it's about 3 feet lower in the front of the chimney. Oh, no problems. All right, perfect. It just barely reaches. To the best of my memory, in 10 years, there was only one other time when I washed the wrong house. It was about this time last year, and when I scheduled the house wash over the phone, the nice lady asked me if I would also quote the neighbor's house, because if it were at a price within her budget, she might consider washing that one and paying for it. Well, apparently it wasn't, and she said, don't worry about it, just wash mine. But when I scheduled it, I punched in the neighbor's address instead of hers. So guess what? Later on that evening, she said, Mike, did you forget to wash my house? I said, no, sweetheart, I washed your house. She said, no, I think you washed the wrong house. Sure enough, I had washed the wrong house. What would have been especially embarrassing is if the woman had not come home when she did, because I would have washed the house, left, billed this homeowner, only to have him call me and say, Mike, you never washed my house. That would have been embarrassing. So what would you do? Would you bring it to his attention? Just mention to him, hey, you sent me to the wrong house. Or should I just leave it alone? At this point, he is none the wiser. He has no idea that he led me to the wrong house and that he caused me to wash the wrong house. The fact of the matter is, it really isn't his fault. If I had done an in-person estimate, I would have known that I was at the wrong house. Hey, as we go check out this chimney, let me remind you that this Wednesday, myself and Jeremy Messer will be interviewing the legend Joe Deary, the Rinse of Darkness, on our podcast. It's the worst podcast ever. It's called the Wash Tube Podcast. This coming Wednesday night from 9 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. You can find it on this channel and Jeremy's channel, Kentucky Wash Pros. Hey, I really appreciate you watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell tab if you haven't already, and leave a comment. Comment with what you would do in my situation. I think I'll ask Joe that question on Wednesday night. Hey, my name is Mike. They call me the Fresh Rinse, and I'm out.
Come on, might remember the name.